Let me get my coffee. Kind of like my homeboy Robin said, can't talk politics without having a coffee. All right. Now, this is going to be about three main things. Something called the Inflation Reduction Act. Okay. Show you my notes here. I know what I'm saying, but the Inflation Reduction Act. This is also going to be how it can affect the fourth stimulus package. All right. And how the title is highly misleading. Okay. First of all, CBO has made a statement, and I'll put the link. I'll try to put the link in the description. I mean, the description box after I finish this video. They've made a statement isn't going to stop inflation, not really help inflation. Okay, what you're looking at with this deal, and one of the main reasons I'm coming at you right now is because I believe they call it the parliamentarian. These are people that look over any type of policy, any type of bill to make sure everything's correct, legal, and people are not overreaching before it goes to like the House for a vote. Okay. Now, I don't know how to say her name. The last holdout that was holding this Inflation Reduction Act, the last holdout was not Joe Manchin because he had a hand in developing this. It was another Democrat, a moderate Democrat named Sinema. That's Sinema. I don't want to mess up her name. Okay, you can look it up. And her basically with this Inflation Reduction Act. If you don't know, I talked about it in length in my last live stream video I did. I'll see if I can put a link to that video in the description box for you. And I told you all this is all about climate change, health, like prescription drugs, and taxing the rich. And that's basically what it's about. Now, here's the dirty part. They're playing you. What you're going to be seeing is politics and sneakiness of politics at its best. And the reason I said that is that because it's called, and I'm telling my subscribers and viewers what's really going on because I don't want you to get bent. And when it's election time, I want you to have a clear mind of what you're electing on. Okay. I don't want you to misunderstand this or get false hopes. When you hear the name, I mean, if it gets passed and you hear the name, I don't want you to get the wrong impression because it's called Inflation Reduction Act. But that's not really what it's about. And I read several articles in depth, Republicans' viewpoint on it, Democrats' viewpoint on it, and I'm coming at you. Okay. Basically, it pushes the climate change agenda that Biden promised when he was elected, that he would make when he was elected. Some people call it part of the Green Deal. It also pushes when it comes pharmaceutical drugs, you know, it gives more freedom and power to negotiate the price down so they can give it to us, the citizens of the United States, hopefully at a cheaper price. Okay, you shouldn't be paying $1,200 for asthma medicine when you can get it for $5 in Canada. And it also deals with taxing the wealthy. Okay, but it's a watered down, more logical version of taxing the wealthy. It's not as, excuse my language, balls to the walls, balls deep as they were trying to push. Okay. Now, why am I coming to use that? Because all this is happening when it goes to, when they send it up to the parliamentarians to, I believe that's the name of it, so they can review it. That means it's about ready to come to get voted on. Their agenda is to vote on this tomorrow. That's right, Saturday, August the 6th, 2022. That's their agenda. They want to vote on this and get it done before they go on recess later this month. Now, what I don't like about it, I mean, basically, they're giving Biden, his ratings are really bad, okay? And all the Democrats' ratings are really bad because they're not really doing anything to fight inflation. Okay, they're living in their wealthy bubbles while other Americans are suffering. So, by calling this the Inflation Reduction Act, it would make automatically, even when I said it, it'll make most citizens think that, wow, this act is made to reduce inflation and maybe even give us some money. No, this act is all about climate change and President Biden and the Democrats helping President Biden fulfill his, political promises he made before becoming president. Okay, uh, on climate change, prescription drugs, and taxing the wealthy. Okay, and it is a watered down version of what but still, it helps him cover his butt. Okay, and it gives the illusion that the Democrats, when they go, if they do not pass the fourth stimulus package, okay, before they go on vacation, it gives the illusion, and it gives them of them actually doing something to fight inflation because of the name, and it gives them something to run on. Okay, so they can try to get reelected. Because the first thing the majority of people are going to say in this recession that we're in, and what they're going to say, we just passed a Inflation Reduction Act. The name says it all. But that's not what it's all about. This is just to help. I'm not saying climate change doesn't need it, but this is just fulfill, help Biden fulfill his promises before he got elected, and hopefully get his ratings up. Now, the cool part about it, getting this out of the way, as I said in my past video, then if they want to, which they should, they can take this part out of the fourth stimulus package. Okay? Because that's what's holding it up from getting voted on. They could take this part that they're voting on, they're hoping to vote on tomorrow, out of the fourth stimulus package, put it on the shelf, do like the Roman king did, wipe his hands of it, okay, and then just push through all the other, the fourth and fifth stimulus packages, push through the fourth stimulus package. Just take that provision out of it. Okay. The only way that this Inflation Reduction Act could even begin to help the inflation that we're in and to help uh, us is if they sneak a stimulus check in there. And they did not say that they're going to sneak a stimulus check in there. Okay. Because that's something that you all would have heard about, and you know the media, whether it's Republican, Democrat, whatever, but definitely just found out and told you about because that's a popular thing. It's important, and we need it. So when you hear about this Inflation Reduction Act, don't get bent. Don't think that just automatically going to have a stimulus check in there or something. No, this is a political game and a word play. It's kind of like you got some of these sites that will tell you this or that, and it's just clickbait. They just want you to click on their video, watch their ads, and get views. That's what clickbait means. And then you find out what they're talking about really has nothing, really nothing solid to do with what you want to know. Okay, so it's important to understand. You're probably going to hear this all in the news about them voting on this Inflation Reduction Act, if everything goes right, tomorrow. That's what they want to do it on Saturday, August the 6th, 2022. But don't get bent. This is just political Democrats doing political uh, gameplay, name wordplay. Okay, they this act, yes, it will help the climate. I think over a 10 years period, with do things such as give you you know you know reimbursement for uh, turning green in some aspects on your business and help give you money to buy electric cars. That sounds good if you wasn't in a recession. It would also, supposedly tax the wealthy. But here's the thing: when you tax the wealthy, let's say you tax Amazon, the CEO, and all those involved, all right? All they're gonna do is hike the price up. They're gonna get the money back anyway. But anyway, we're not gonna go there. So I just don't want you to be misled when you hear the name Inflation Reduction Act, and when you have all these politicians in Congress that had more than enough time to pass the fourth stimulus package, to give you stimulus checks, to really do a lot of stuff for the American people. But it came close to their vacation, so now they're going to push the climate agenda and call it Inflation Reduction Act instead of the Climate uh, Act, which is what it should have been called. All right, I just want to let y'all know. Ask you to give this and any of my videos that you find helpful a thumbs up. Also, if you like to, ask you to subscribe. And without a doubt, I'm anxious. I want to see your comments. Okay, but keep them respectful. Okay. All right, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Be safe out there. I have to wrap this up. I'm up in Pittsburgh right now. We have thunderstorms. We got rain, and then we have the weirdest part. We have dry thunderstorms where there is no rain, but there's just tons of thunder and lightning. That freaks me out more than when it's raining, because at least when it's rain, you can try to relax and get to a safe place and catch a cup of Z's. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I'll wrap to y'all later. Peace.